everyone. I'm here to discuss with you coping with grief and loss during the holidays. If you lost somebody that you really care about and was really close to you, anytime that you've lost somebody, it's extremely hard to cope with the grief, but especially during the holidays, and especially if you've lost somebody on a holiday. If you're Jewish, you're celebrating Hanukkah now. For many other people, Christmas is approaching us in about 10 days. Festivus, New Year's. And especially like New Year's, to go on through a new year without your loved one, it's very, very difficult. Losing a child, extremely difficult to handle through the holidays. So what can you do to help yourself and to help others that are coping with a loss during the holidays? My advice to you is to remember fond, beautiful memories. Know that it's their body, the physical body has died, but the soul and spirit remains alive. And they are with us, and they do want to communicate with us, and they do feel, and they do sense, they do know when we're happy, and they do know when we're sad. But I feel you can best get in touch with them and get into that higher vibrational energy mode by remembering the good times. If you're anything like me, I have lost many, but I have lost every single family member. The first couple years was extremely difficult for me, especially after the loss of my mother 8 years ago now. She was my last surviving relative, and I had never, ever spent a Christmas without my family. When my brother at 34 passed from AIDS in 1995, that was very hard, the very first Christmas, to be there without him. And I know how extremely difficult it was for my parents to deal without their one and only child, their one and only son, to go through the holidays without him. You never really appreciate what you do have until it's gone. I know that's an old cliche, but it's very, very true. And then when my mother passed, the first year I didn't deal with it well. My friends took me to a town in Nevada to gamble. And I have to admit, I got pretty darn drunk. And that doesn't solve anything. Now, I'm not telling you not to drink. If you drink alcohol, I'm not telling you not to drink. But no, it is a depressant. And it might ease the pain for the time. But then when you come back into consciousness, I feel it's more severe. What I have found that works for me is remembering the fond memories, the really good times. About a month ago, the anniversary of my mother's passing, it started to get to me, and it's been 8 years. I don't feel like our grief ever goes away, and I could feel it coming on, and sometimes we go into a depression for quite a while. It could be hours, it could be days, it could be weeks, but I could feel it coming on, so I immediately went and got some old photographs, and especially the ones at Christmas time, and started flipping through them. And the next thing I know, I'm laughing instead of crying. And then the next thing I did, I still have her jewelry box, and there's still some jewelry in there, and I haven't been able, even 8 years later, to deal with going through that jewelry box. I just knew I wanted it. So I went through the jewelry box, and I picked out an old ring of hers. And it's just costume jewelry, but that ring is still sitting on my dresser, and every now and then when I'm thinking of her or feel her around me, it's like that ring will literally move. So maybe you guys shared a favorite movie. What was your tradition when your loved one was alive? Did you bake cookies, a special cookie? Did you bake a special dinner, a special lunch? Did you watch a special movie? Did you go caroling? Did you go see lights? Did you go to a favorite person's house? Did you go to the movies? Anything that you can do that will bring up a fond memory to remember the good times instead of sitting in your grief and your loss. And you can think of the good times. Trust me on this, people. They will show their presence. I just had a client of mine tell me that she felt like her dad was tucking the blanket in around her. White feathers. Oh my goodness. I did a live video last week for Facebook, and it was a good video, but it was kind of disastrous because I had a new device and I wasn't sure what to do with it. But after I was done, I was kind of like, well, I don't think I'm going to share it because, you know, I had to cut it off a couple times, everything. And I went to go outside. Now I'm in my kitchen, no open windows or doors. And I go outside, and literally this white feather fell from the ceiling. So they will show us signs, but feel the signs within your heart, okay? And the higher you can raise your energy, the higher vibration, by bringing in the good memories, the good times, the things that you like to do, will help raise your vibration so you are able to communicate, so you are able to hear, understand, feel, sense, even see them. Or the other thing you can do is create your new memory in their honor. And that can be anything. Maybe you do have an existing family. So you might want to gather your loved ones around and say, okay, what can we do this holiday season in so-and-so's honor? And maybe it would be, okay, every, let's say Christmas, you go to the movies. Or maybe you pull a movie up on your TV. Or maybe you go caroling. Or maybe you go see Christmas lights. Or anything. You start a new tradition. And do it in their honor, because they will see that, they will feel that, they will sense that. And you can tell them you love them. You can share with them you miss them. And you can ask for their help, guidance, and direction on how to go on, move on without them. So I hope this helps you. If you would like more information about me, all my contact information is listed here on my website at the bottom. I'm also on Facebook, so feel free to visit me there as well. And until the next time, which the next video will be all about healing, and I will be introducing you to Archangel Raphael. Have a great holiday season, everyone, and I hope that this helps you get through your grief through the holidays.